Thanks for watching Ellen's Castaways. Just a few pointers tonight. I've been asked a few times about different tackling, things like that, about the casting off the ground and stuff. And basically, you'll need cheap gear that will get you your distances that you need to catch fish. For many years, I've casted off the ground with different rods, from a 49-pound rod up to a 400 pound rod. At the end of the day, the fish aren't going to know what sort of rod you're using. It could be a 400 pound rod, it could be a 39-pound, 99-pound rod, but the fish are going to be there. If they're going to take the bait, they're going to take the bait. It's all about technique and getting that technique right. You get that technique right, you're going to catch fish. For many years, it took me 3 to 4 years to master off the ground to get the cast right. And I get people that come up to me and they say, "Can you teach me?" Yes, and I do teach them. And the guys are doing well. And they're casting down a field. And it's a long way. And they come back with a big smile on their face because they've never been that far before. And they come to me with big expensive rods and stuff like that. The rod is a spring. Your body's a spring. To work that rod and that spring together will give you great achievements in distance. Distance will come all on its own. I see people and they advertise these rods. "Oh, I'm going to buy one of these rods. I'm going to go out and buy one of these rods and it's going to get me distance." Okay, it will eventually, if you master the cast. You've got to master that cast. Don't master the cast, you will never get them achievements. Never, ever. In the month of Sundays will you ever get them achievements. Casting off the ground is the first part of using that rod and the potential of the rod. Once you get the potential of that rod and you get used to casting off the ground, then you can up to the pendulum. The pendulum then is the next step up, where you're really going to put, I can't say the power in, you can do the same power as you are doing off the ground, but the pendulum gives you that extra distance, and distance comes all on its own. People try too hard. They see these videos and they see a rod being advertised. "Oh, this rod can cast 300 yards, 200 yards. Yes, it can in the right hands. But it's all about getting the technique right. Mastering off the ground is your first part. And it takes a lot of practice, believe you me. If people say to me, "Oh God, I've been doing it for so many years, I've been trying this, trying that." But when they come and see me and I show them, the distance has gone up and up and up, because it's completely different to what they've been doing. Putting the technique right, putting the distance right, and putting the rod arms, legs, head and everything right, in the right position, that's what will get you the distance. There's no thrashing the rod. "Oh, I've got to get here, I've got to get..." Nice and slow in, fast out. Nice and slow in and fast out. Building from the off the ground up to the pendulum takes a long time, because it's completely different to swinging a lead to lifting it off the ground. Once you've started to lift a lead off the ground, it's completely different. The arm position, everything in the end is completely the same as off the ground, but it takes lots and lots of practice, and it takes a long time, which it took me a long time to learn. I see some videos out there and I see people and they go out and years ago, well, let me go back, rewind it to years ago. People used to advertise rods many, many years ago, Daiwa. And I was a great funder of Daiwa, and I always have been. And I've always been a fan of Daiwa, but when Paul Kerry stopped at the UKSF and they stopped with the Daiwas, with the AWBZ, AWKTs and stuff, I went off them and went on to Sentry, because I found that the Sentry Tip Tornado Sport was the nearest to the AWB. And when I found out that Daiwa stopped making the rods, is when I stopped using them. And I thought, right, well, I'm never going to get another rod the same as. But apparently, just lately, they brought the new Kenzakis out, which I'm going to try. They feel a great rod, feel a nice rod. I'm going to give them a go. And if I can get on with them, then yes, I'm going to buy one and give it a go. I've always been with Sentry since I finished with Ziplex, because I used to cast Ziplex rods on the tournament. Believe you me, I've had many. HSMs. I've had the federations, from going back to the federations. I've gone right through the range, and it's each to their own. You find a rod that is capable for you, that you feel comfortable with. Like I say, I've had the Sentries, I've had the Ziplex. I'm going to try the new Kenzakis. I'm going to give them a go and see how they go on, and see what happens. But mastering the off the ground is more than to master. People think it's so simple. I've seen people doing off the ground, doing different styles and things like that. But I put a couple of videos up on my channel on YouTube, and I hope it helps some people out that I put the videos that I put on. The guys have done great distances, 135, 140, never been out before. They're going to come back to me. I'm going to improve their cast. They're going to get further and further and further. Never think that, oh, I've got so far with that cast, I'm going to batter it. No, distance comes all on its own. Distance will build up on its own. It takes time. It's not done in 6, 7, 8 weeks, 9 weeks, 12 weeks, 12 months. It takes time, and it will come. And there'll be a day when you go out and you'll do that same cast as what you do in 135 yard will become 170 yard. It will become 180 yard. It will become 190 yard. It will come under 200 yard. All takes time. There's no rushing, thrashing. Let the rod do the work. Your rod is a spring. Let your rod do your work. It's all about arm position, body rotation, arms, legs, feet, head. Your left arm is where you put the power in. So you'll place the lead down, you'll put your leg position first, then your leg, then your arms, pull round, look up, 45, let that left do the work, because your left is the one that puts the power in. Your right stays straight and puts the power in right at the end. So it's slowing, fast out, slowing, fast out. Like I've said to many people, look at a javelin thrower or a javelin court. The right arm is perfectly straight, and they'll always have the left looking up at 45 before they throw that javelin. It's got to bend to throw the javelin. And it's exactly the same as casting. Keep that right straight, pull round with that left, punch with that right at the last minute. Right at the last minute. It's pointless me saying it on here. I've done a few videos on my YouTube channel, and hopefully it will put a few things right. But I will go through it all myself, which I have done on my channel anyway, which I have done on my YouTube channel, but I will put a few things right. And also, my next video is going to be on the pendulum. Don't worry about what you see differently. I'm just going to show you how to do a basic pendulum for fishing. Nothing to do with tournaments, nothing to do with anything else, just a basic pendulum on fishing casting. Nothing to do with tournament, just a basic pendulum on fishing. And that's all I'm going to show you. I'm not going to do no pendulum casting on tournament or what I would do on a field. It's just a basic from the off the ground to a pendulum for fishing. And I hope everybody enjoys, and it'll be coming up soon. So all I can say is bye for now. Thanks for watching. Tight lines, good luck, and I'll speak to everybody soon. Bye for now. Bye from Holland's Castaways. Bye.